When you think about the scale of some of the conversations that you've been privy to over the last let's call it a year, since kind of being elected into that position and being involved with National SAC and some of the things that you all do from a monthly basis when you meet, what has that been like as a student athlete? Likely before getting in this position, may or may not have even known all of this was kind of going on behind the scenes. But I think SAC provides a different perspective to those of you, especially at the national level, as to what maybe some of us in the admin side of things do on a day-to-day basis.
I no, I think it's completely opening the curtains because I had no clue about any of the legislation proposal, legalities, like order, verbiage, like all these sorts of things that you don't think about. And then you go to the conference level and then up to the national SAC level where you see, oh my gosh, they take all these things and put periods here, put commas here. Like they are very meticulous and very, like I can't think of the word, but they're very um, they make well-informed decisions and they think about things that no one else thinks about, which is amazing, and that's exactly what they're supposed to do. But having the opportunity to, not know a thing and then a year later become chair, feel like I know a lot more, it's really been an amazing ride, and I could not have done it without everyone at the GMAC SAC and all the SAC liaisons on national conference campus levels. I mean, they really are the best. So I think it's a really unique opportunity. There's a lot of doors that open up being in SAC, especially at the conference or at the national level, where you get to listen to all these different speakers. You get to go to these different summits on leadership and stuff like that, where you get to learn a lot of new things. That's something I've definitely appreciated and taken with me. I went to a SSI summit. I went to an NFL summit, but it was like a leadership forum, but I found out that it was more of a marketing thing, so it was less exercise science, but at least I'm putting my name out there in that kind of, like, role. Having the opportunity to network, I think, is really important and has been an incredible opportunity. I've now created a LinkedIn in the last years. Having those opportunities to meet new people and, you never know where the next door will open, so keeping an open mind, meeting new people, shaking their hand, I think has been really important and getting new information out there.
I know you haven't been in the seat very long, and there'll be a lot more that comes on your plate as we move towards May and as you get into your term. But I know you've watched former SAC chairs do this role, and you've had a lot of conversations already, I'm sure, with the folks at the NCAA. But what is your goal or hope or just overall kind of thought process heading into your term as national SAC chair?
I think that the former chair and every previous former chair that I was not lucky enough to meet, but I was lucky enough to meet Avery Helmuth, and she was an incredible Division II national SAC chair who I have huge shoes to fill. She did such an amazing job. I still text her. I'm still reaching out to her because I do have lots of questions and trying to keep that constant relationship. She has been really good about saying, "Hey, if you ever need me, let me know. Like, I'm more than happy to help." She did such a great job. I remember this time last year when I was joining National SAC, she called all the new members individually to kind of build that relationship. So now I find myself doing that exact same thing. So right now I'm currently reaching out to all the new members, having that, 30-minute conversation with them over the phone. So it's a more genuine interaction so I can get to know them a little bit more. But just kind of following her footsteps to try and, have do as good of a job as she did. But I want to create leadership opportunities for everyone. I think having a position that I'm in, I'm able to call upon people to, use their voice, speak up, get into rooms that they want to get into, and kind of make sure that the leadership is spread through everyone so everyone feels like they are important and have a say and can grow their leadership skills. I just stepped down as the community engagement subcommittee or task force lead on National SAC, which hurts because I love community engagement and that's the whole reason I joined SAC. But since my new position to chair, I felt, well, hey, my time has come. I need to let someone else kind of take a lead on that and gain those skills that I gained from that role that led me to chair. So, like, having that opportunity to kind of step back from certain leadership opportunities to give to someone else because that's what helped grow mine, I think is super important. So being able to foster more leadership skills for everyone across the board, continue to grow relationships and get the name out there about Division II SAC and how important it's been to my life and how it can hopefully be impactful to others as well.